Folks, I don't know if I can make you laugh as much, but I'm going to try to mention a few things here of importance. And it is, you have to have a sense of humor when you're doing this, and you have to have fun being a patriot activist, okay? If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. But I want to mention, about 5 years ago, a few of us started a very important program called Camp Constitution, and it's a week-long summer camp in Ringe, New Hampshire. In addition to that, we published a few books. We got other things on the work to publish. We're actually going to be publishing a booklet in New Hampshire exposing Agenda 21, their Granite State future, and we're going to distribute to every single selectman in that state. That's one of our goals. So please make yourself to visit the table, and we got some great things there. Now, since June of 2011, I've been giving presentations on the subject of Agenda 21 throughout the probably about 14 states, as far as Indiana and down to the Virginia area. And I've never seen any issue like this that galvanizes so much interest and support and activism, even here in Maine. In fact, tonight I'll be in Brunswick at 7 o'clock at the library. But 2 years ago, you had a conservative House and Senate, correct? Somewhat Republican controlled, right? And a Republican governor, but you had unelected officials calling the shots. Last year, I visited the State House with Landon, St. Peter, where you were distributing information to elected officials, and I came across this little booklet, Maine Economic Growth Council, one of these private-public partnerships created in the wake of Agenda 21's initial meeting in 1992. I opened it up, and what did I see? I call it the swastika of Agenda 21. The little circles here, right? This was right at your State House when you had a conservative governor and a conservative House and Senate. Right? And by the way, it mentions how people in Maine are getting poorer and they're getting fatter. So what does that mean? That means you're eating a lot of bad food, right? And not working very hard. This is what they come up with. This is your money being used to promote this Agenda 21 right in the noses of the House and Senate and your governor. Back last summer, a lady with Democrats Against You and Agenda 21 came up to Maine, and she spoke at a few gatherings, and she introduced people to this rescue mission, Planet Earth. Agenda 21 for Children, a child's guide to Agenda 21. Folks, this is the worst, one of the worst propaganda I've ever seen in many years. I'm from Boston, born and raised and still live there, so I know what propaganda looks like. This is what our children are getting all over the country, in public schools and in many private schools. In other words, the teachers are turning the children against us, against what we stand for. And I actually had this PDF, I kind of have it on cyberspace if you'd like to copy it. It's written by the children of the world, so I asked my children if I could do it, and they said, sure, Dad. One of the chapters here, it talks about ozone depletion, which we don't hear about anymore, do we? It talks about acid rain, we don't hear about that anymore, but it talks about global warming, which we still hear a lot about. And Boutros Ghali, the head of the UN at that time, Secretary General, wrote the foreword, and also Mikhail Gorbachev. Mikhail Gorbachev was dropping booby-trapped toys on children in the Afghani countryside. Now he's worried about the children, okay? And you won't see references to Agenda 21 anymore. It's called Sustainable Development, Smart Growth. You see, so we've had a lot of success. They've actually had to change the term. So we're making a lot of progress here in the state of Maine. For those of you who say, oh, that's just one of those conspiracy theories, it really doesn't mean anything. Well, that tune is changing quite a bit. I actually have a copy of this book, Agenda 21, and the man who wrote the foreword said that the implementation of Agenda 21 will have a profound impact on every human being on the planet. And they mean this, folks. So we need to really get involved here. Give us your contact information, visit our table. And by the way, there's some great t-shirts here that need to be purchased, these yellow t-shirts, right? I'm going to be at the Lexington Green this Friday. There's going to be a muster. And we're going to have a lot of these shirts available too. So, and also help out with this event here. I'm sure they have a little donation plate because they do need it. And with that, I want to thank you all. God bless you, and we'll see you around.